money on my phone, money on my phone. Got money on my phone, money on my phone.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I go by the name of J Money Bless, DJ J Money Bless, J Money the Entertainer, J Money. I'm an entrepreneur, CEO, business owner, DJ, uh, professional music artist that records, right? So I'm just right now working on my marketing material for my business, and I'm testing this out. Okay. This is a wireless microphone, so hopefully y'all hear me. I'm going to start using it for my live streams for Twitch, YouTube, and all of that, right? Okay. I'll just put it right here, so make sure y'all hear me right real quick. So I want to talk to y'all today about working a 9-to-5 and how to get out of a 9-to-5 to work for yourself, right? I've done it plenty of times. It's been plenty of times I went back to a 9-to-5 just to stack my money up and then put that money in an account. So then I would put it towards my business, right? Done it plenty of times, y'all. There's nothing wrong with going back to a 9-to-5 as long as you got a plan to get up out of there. Even if you want to just work a 9-to-5, there's nothing wrong with that too. For me personally, it's not really, I'm too much of an entrepreneur for that, right? So I'll put this right here because as I'm talking to you guys, I will also be typing up notes. So this is kind of like a little rough draft of a podcast. You know, I will start releasing the podcasts, right? So why is it important to game plan? Okay. For 9-to-5 escape. Okay. So the reason why it's important, right? Let's say you go to your 9-to-5, right? And you work in 40 hours a week. So that'll be 160 month, right? 40, 160. 160, yeah. Okay. Gotta make sure, y'all. So 160 hours that you're working in a month, right? Let's say you get paid. Let's just use a rough estimate, right? What is minimum wage today? I have no idea what it is. Let's just say it's 15 an hour, right? 15 an hour times 160 is going to be, let me pull up the calculator. How y'all doing today anyway? How are you guys doing? It's Money Making Monday. Raise your hand in the chat if you made some money today. If you made some money today, whether it be outside your 9-to-5 or inside your 9-to-5. Okay, so back to the discussion, right? $15 times 160 hours that you work a week, or a month rather, is $2,400 that you make for that month, right? $2,400. Let's say hypothetically, right, your rent is going to be, I'm just using a ballpark figure, y'all, just to get y'all to understand some things. Let's say your rent is $1,000, right? I understand it could be higher. I understand it could be lower, but let's just say it's $1,000, right? Just for the sake of the video, right? So that leaves you at $1,400, right? Let's say all your other expenses like electricity, water, if you pay it, some people don't pay water, some people do. Car insurance, everything like that. Let's just say your power is $200. Let's say your water's $50. Your internet's $50. So that's $300. So $1,400 minus 3, that leaves you at $1,100, right? Now you have to pay car insurance, right? If you don't pay car insurance, whew, don't do that. Don't do that to yourself, right? So let's say your car insurance is, everybody driving new cars nowadays. Me, personally, I would rather drive a used car because that's another topic for another video. Let's say you got a brand new car, right? If you got a brand new car, it's a 2020 and above, your insurance is probably going to be $200 a month at least, right? You got to eat, right? Let's say you're spending about $100 a week to eat, right? So that's 400. So that's 600. 1,100 minus 600 leaves you at $500, right? Let's say you got $500 left every month from working your 9 to 5, right? So that leaves you with $125 a week that you have extra to spend. This not counting off tricking off. When I say tricking off, that means your fun. Outside events, you want to go to the club, you want to go take a lady out to a date, or take a man out to a date, if this lady, man, whatever. If you want to get your take care of yourself, pedicure, manicure, you want to go to an entertainment event, whether it be a fight or a music event or something, entertainment. Or if you got to get some clothes, all that. So if you really think about it, right, a 9 to 5 is not gonna pay the bills for real, if you think about it, right? So what I did, right, with this 500 is I took a sacrifice. Back in 2020, rather 2019, I was working a 9 to 5, and I didn't go out like that. I really didn't go out. I didn't spend money on clothes and all of that stuff. I already had clothes, so as far as like brand new drip shoes and stuff, I didn't do that. I took a sacrifice, right? So let's say you take a sacrifice, which is what you should do to get out your 9 to 5. If you want to get out your 9 to 5, you got to make sacrifices, y'all. You have to make sacrifices. This is temporary. A year or 2, 5 years, it's temporary. After you build your business and you making that money, you can come back and buy anything you want, right? So let's say this $500 you got left a month. You're not going to trick off with it. You're going to save it. Put it in the account. Don't touch it, because that's going to go towards your business, right? Got to get that caffeine, y'all. Entrepreneur drink right there. That's that money drink right there. Every time I drink it, beast mode, right? Okay, so let's say you got this 500. Now, what you want to do is you have to have a game plan. What type of business do you want to start? Does it require you to rent a place? When you rent a place, does it require a deposit plus you rent a place, right? Plus, do you got to get an LLC trademark? Do you have to buy material? Is there inventory you have to buy? Do you have to spend money on ads, marketing? Do you have to hire employees? What kind of business you want, right? So I'm going to use the example for me, right? Back in 2020, for the sake of this video, I'm not going to use the DJing one. That's going to be another video, right? I'm going to use my phone repair business, right? 2020, right? 2019, I was working at a gym, Planet Fitness. 2020, I used to work at Target, right? And I knew that I didn't want to work there forever, right? I wanted to start my phone repair shop. So I knew that I had to rent a building, right? And the building I found was I lucked up, right? It was $260 a month. Plus I had to pay the deposit. Let's just say $250 a month plus a deposit, right? So I had to save $500 just to get the spot, right? So in the back of my mind, that's $500 that I needed to get the spot. Plus the inventory. My inventory was like, I had to buy phone screens. At the time, 2020, it was mostly phone screens that I repaired. I barely did batteries anyway. So that was another $1,000 for inventory, right? And then I had to save money to advertise my business. That was about $200. I didn't really have to hire people because I was the only person. One man show starting off. What else did I have to buy? Oh yeah, I had to pay electricity, which was $100 a month. So I had to save $100 for electricity. In Illinois, I'm in Illinois. You have to put a deposit down for electricity for Ameren. So it might be different. But looking at all of this, I estimated about $2,000 that I had to save to start my business, to have everything to where if a customer came in, I can serve them, right? So if I'm only left with $500 a month, right? How many months does it take for me to save up money to start my business? And also, I do recommend out of this $2,000 that I need for my business, you really want to double that. You really want to double that because you want to have. A lot of people say triple, but this phone repair business, it was a high demand business, so I could have been safe for saving $2,000 and been okay. But that's up to you and depend on what your business is, right? So if I was left with $500 a month after paying my bills through this 9 to 5, right, and I needed $2,000 to start my business, how many months is that? That's 4 months. 500, 500 is 1,000. 500, 500, another 1,000, 2,000, right? So that's 4 months of me not going out, not inviting no ladies over to the house because that costs money. You got to take them out and all of that, gas and all of that. I had to make a sacrifice, y'all. So the moral of this video is you have to make a sacrifice, y'all. Y'all have to come up with a game plan. You can't just say, I want to quit my job. I hate this job. We all know that. But you can't just quit and have zero income, right? So realistically, it took me, I was working Target from August 2019. And I quit May 2021. So that was about a year and a half, right? For me, a year and a half of saving money. Now, when I quit, I wasn't worried and stressed, because I already knew I had money put to the side. I had a couple thousands in the bank to where I was able to rent out the building, right? Rent out the building. And I had inventory and I was able to market, I didn't really have to spend that much money on marketing because I knew how to market. I knew Facebook ads, Google ads, because I've always been into that, right? So I was able to save money there. So when I quit, I really pressed the gas to put the foot on the gas. Like, hey, now I need to find out how I can make this 2,000 I used to make in my 9 to 5. How can I make it in my business, right? So now here's the trick to it, right? So at my 9 to 5, to make 2,400, right, I would have to work 160 hours, right? But repairing phones, that is considered a service, a professional service. On average in America, professional services is $75 an hour. Whether you go to a car, you go to get your car fixed, it's $75 an hour, minus for labor, right? So every phone I repaired, iPad or whatever, after everything, right, it's $75 an hour, right? Now, this is before taxes. This is before you got to pay your business taxes and all of that stuff. But $75 an hour, right? Now, we're going to do the math. For me to repair a phone would take an hour, right? So now I'm getting paid $75 an hour versus the $15 an hour, right? So let's say in order for me to make the same amount of money I was making from a 9 to 5, which is $2,400, divided by $75 per repair, that's 32 hours that I'm working to make that same 2,400 versus 160 hours. See what I'm saying? Would you rather work 32 hours, which is less than a week work, right? Versus 160 hours. Now, let me back it up. It ain't really 32 hours because it's a business, right? You're never, it's not like I was repairing phones that 32 hours and then that's it. No, I was in the shop marketing, all of that stuff. So it was a whole operation, right? But I tell you what, let's just say hypothetically, right? I was repairing phones. Let's say I had 160 phones to repair that month, which is 160 hours, right? Theoretically, times $75. That's $12,000, folks. 12,000 motherfucking dollars. 12 motherfucking $1,000. See what I'm saying? See why it's so now y'all see why it's important to sacrifice, right? Would you rather work for yourself and make out of that 160 hours that you work in a month, 40 every week, right? And make double the money you making at your 9 to 5 or more. You see what I'm saying? So it's worth risking the 500. You know, let's say you only got 500 left at the end of your after paying all your bills and stuff from your 9 to 5, right? Sacrifice, guys. No drip, no shoes, no new clothes, no popping out to the clubs, no tricking off for the woman, none of that. You need a back massage, you better thug it out, whatever. Sacrifice, my guys. I've done it. Trust me. I've done it for a year and 6 months before. I've done it for years before. Just do it because it's gonna be worth it. So that's how you get out your 9 to 5. Y'all gotta come out with a game plan. Y'all can't just say, I hate this job, I want to quit. We get that, but you gotta have a plan, y'all. Y'all gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. So all it takes is game planning. Get you a sheet of paper, right? Or you can do this in your notes, whatever. However you want to do it. Right? Get it written down, man. Don't just be in your mind with it. You'll forget. Get you a sheet of paper. What you gonna do is get you a piece of paper, get you a pen, and write down how much everything costs to start your business, right? Let's say it costs $2,000 to start your business. Rent, power, inventory, whatever. You're gonna plan this, right? You're gonna go to your 9 to 5. You're gonna work them shits. You're gonna save your money. Save your money. Don't spend it. So when you get what you need to get, let's say it costs $2,000 to start your business, and you save up $2,000, right? Now, I recommend if you're working a full-time job, don't quit it. At least go part-time so you have some guaranteed income. So instead of working 40 hours a week, you can work 20 hours a week. You know, cut your working into 20 hours a week, and then the other 20 you can put into your business. Make it a slow transition, you know? Hey, me personally, I made it a hard transition. I just came to work one day, quit, and had trust in myself, had trust in the process, and made it work, you know? It's not for everybody. Sometimes you got to make that slow transition, you know? So that's how you're going to quit your 9 to 5, y'all. Y'all not just going to go to work and say, oh, I hate this shit. Got to come up with a game plan, y'all. So I'm going to have more videos for y'all. This was really just a test video. Like I said, I want to start getting more videos on YouTube for y'all, make more content for y'all, get this podcast launched for y'all. If y'all got topics that y'all want me to discuss, anything business related, entrepreneur related, hustling related, whatever, marketing, very good at marketing. If you want to know how to market your business, Facebook ad, Google ads, promotion, musical. I'm really in the music industry, so I'm really a DJ. So if you're a music artist and you want to learn how to promote yourself, how to perform in clubs, how to get in clubs, how to talk to DJs about playing your music, anything of that nature. Got a lot of stuff coming, y'all. A lot of stuff coming. 2025 is that year. Best believe. Got ebooks coming out. I got free products for y'all coming out. As far as how to quit your 9 to 5, I will get an ebook made up for y'all. Should be coming here in a couple weeks. I'm gonna get an ebook made for y'all. It's gonna be completely free. So be looking out for that, because I understand some people want to hear it through the video. Some people want to read it, right? So this is the people that want to hear it through the video, or y'all just want to see me speak through the camera. And then I'm gonna have it in an ebook for people, to where you could download it. It goes straight to your phone number or your email, however you choose it, right? All right, with that being said, y'all been tuned in with J Money Bless, aka DJ J Money Bless, aka J Money the Entertainer. Okay. Y'all have a blessed day. It's Money Making Monday. So y'all know I got that green on for Money Making Monday. Y'all know what it is. And y'all be blessed up. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video. Let's get it.